Hey y'all, welcome in or welcome back to the Monster Meadow. My name is Meadow, and today we will be unboxing Dot Dead Gorgeous Spectra Vondergeist. I'm really excited to unbox her. I never had a Spectra doll as a kid, so now to finally have an original G1 Spectra, I'm excited. But yeah, I don't really have much to comment on right now. So I guess let's go take a quick look at her before I bust her out of the box. Okay, here is Spectra. Again, just like Laguna, she has that little disco ball pop out in her box. As you can see, the rubber bands holding her purse in place have already snapped, so I have a feeling this is going to be a very quick unboxing. I am just praying that there is no cleavage. You know, that's my big worry of unboxing any original Monster High dolls. As you can see here, the glue is already popped off her plastic. Yeah. And I already have rubber bands prepped and ready for changing her rubber bands out. But yeah, we have Monster High, Dot Dead Gorgeous, Spectra Vondergeist, Daughter of a Ghost, the side of the box, and the back of the box. Monster High, be yourself, be unique, be a monster. I absolutely love their tagline. Meet the frighteningly fashionable teenage children of the world's most famous monsters. They've left their parents' outdated, haunting habits behind as they figure out the horrors of high school. With their killer style and fiercely loyal friends, you'll see them and scream, "Drop dead gorgeous." And then here's Laguna and Operetta. She will be next. Operetta's my favorite character, so I'm excited to get to her. I just wanted to get Spectra out first because of the broken rubber bands. Let's see, Spectra's schedule. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Update my blog. Yes, it's early, but my fans demand to be in the know. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I need a new pen and notepad, so I go to my favorite Ghost Rider supply store and browse until I find what I need. 9 a.m. to noon, head down to the catacombs to check out the decorations for the party and maybe get a scoop on who's wearing what tonight. Of course, no monster will tell me, but that's alright, I have my ways of finding out. Noon to 2 p.m., make sure my eye coffin is charged. Noon to 2 p.m., make sure my eye coffin is charged up and go to the mall to get extra batteries for my camera. The catacombs tend to drain the life from electronics. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., update my blog again. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., get dressed. Again, 2 hours to get dressed. I don't think it even took me that long for prom. I think it took maybe an hour and a half at most. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., the spirit is willing and this dress is chic. Again, I love the shoes for the Dot Dead Gorgeous line. You know, her actual shoes don't look this cool because they're plastic, but still, the design for the shoes for this line is amazing. Then, of course, you have Monster High website. Again, assortment X4528, model number X4531, and then that's just the barcode. Focus. And then you have the side with the textured spider webs. Top of the box, blank. Bottom of the box, bunch of corporate stuff. Now let's break her out so she can join Laguna. Okay, let's get Spectra out of her box. Let's see, are your tabs gonna be nice to me? Laguna's weren't. Probably not. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I love how easy G1 boxes are to open. And then, of course, how to put them on the stand, and don't freak out, the limbs are supposed to come off. I love that they included these in the dolls. It's just like, hey, this is how you put your doll on the stand. Also, don't freak out if their arms fall off. They're supposed to do that. Okay. I don't see any stain where her head is. So, that's a good sign. My dog is outside the door, but I'm on the floor. I don't need her eating any of this decade-old plastic. And there's an alarm going off. Okay. So we've got our scissors. Well, first, let me take her photo card out. Just close up of the look, and then the group pick on the back. Set that aside. Ugh, I need to vacuum my carpet. I'll probably do that later. Okay, let's get to cutting the tea ties. The yellow tea ties. The base and the waist clip. There's like an extra piece of cardboard where the waist tea tie is. Wonder why that is. Okay, where did you connect? That's weird, just a lone tea tie back. Oh, there it is, under the cardboard. Okay. Let's see. Band, that needs to come off. Again, I'm not even gonna try to salvage any of these rubber bands. They're a decade old. Some of them are yellowed. Some of them are just white, not clear anymore. And they're like really brittle. This one's like extremely thin. So if I pull on it too hard, it's just gonna snap, which that won't work for when you use rubber bands when displaying your dolls. But yeah, it's really thin. And then she has a thread taped in place. That's just kind of holding her skirt to the back of the box so that it doesn't move. Two layers of tape. Where's the knotted end? Right here. Yeah, it's just a little piece of pink thread was holding her skirt in place. Okay, now we just have the T-ties in the back of her head. One, two, three. And then we have this plastic tab for her ponytail. And our Spectra Vondergeist is free from the box. Now we just need her accessories and her brush and stand back. Okay. I guess let me pull this out. I love the box designs of the original dolls. Let's see, snapped rubber band. Also, the thing about these ancient rubber bands, sometimes they stick to the accessories. With Laguna's rubber bands on her shoes, I had to like get tweezers because they were so stuck to the bottom of the shoes. It was like performing surgery. Then we have this rubber band. Putting her compact in place. Come on. I keep thinking of how I'm going to display these dolls. I mean, I want Spectra to look like she's taking a picture because she's the ghostly gossip ghoul. But then I'm like, what am I going to do with her compact? I don't want it to snap. I mean, it looks like it has a little handle on it. But like, do I want to close it and risk the thing snapping? But I mean, Spectra's compact has a removable skelet brush, so I might just close it to prevent that brush from getting lost. I don't know. I'll show you guys the compact before I decide what I'm going to do with it. But let me get a look at Miss Spectra. Let me get these tabs off. Her hands aren't too yellow. That's the thing about the transparent limbs with like Spectra and the other ghosts. The transparent limbs will kind of yellow over time. Yeah, it looks like her hair tie is broken, so I'm definitely gonna need to change that out. Looks like she's kind of yellow in her elbow joints, but what are you gonna do about that? Let me free the eye coffin. Dang, this is 3 accessories, a brush, a stand, and a photo card. Why do we not get that anymore? Like, we barely get non-wearable accessories that the doll can, like, hold. I mean, I get that they're not Playline dolls, but still, sometimes I want my doll to hold something. And I don't want it to be an umbrella like Draculaura, her creep row. Let's see. Yeah. Her forearms are a little yellow. But that's fine. She's also chipping in her knee joints, so they probably didn't seal them correctly. But yeah. So, let's see. I guess I'll show you the accessories first. Let me put the stand together. Okay. So, we have the eye coffin. Hers has a purple background and keyboard. I wish they added a different type of thing on the back of these for the doll to hold on to, because it like slips over their middle and ring fingers and then it falls off because the gap is like so big. I wish there wasn't a gap there so that it would like stay on. Sorry, my nose is runny. I'm filming this in June. You guys probably won't see this until like August or September, but I'm filming this in June and I have seasonal allergies. They get really bad when things are growing and when things are dying. So that's like 2.5 out of the 4 seasons where I am dying through my nose. But, oh well. But here is her purse. It's plastic, but it looks like it's supposed to be a black, maybe leather. It's got a chain handle, and it's got chains wrapped all around it. You know, I always wondered why Spectra had so many chains. You know, she's got like the cuffs on her wrists and ankles a lot, and they have like holes in them for chains to attach. And like her shoes are chains. Her bodice is a chain. She's got chain accessories. You know, her hair clip is chains. I'm trying to think of any spirit from folklore, legends that have to do with chains, and I'm like drawing a blank. Only thing I can think of is the thing from Scooby-Doo, the first or second season. I think it's Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? But it's like that blue or green. I think it's the Phantom. Maybe. It's like a bedsheet ghost, but it's got a bunch of chains on it or something. I don't know. I'll put a picture in if I can find it. But that's what her chains always make me think of. But like they never really specified what she is other than ghost. You know? Her name is Spectra Vondergeist. So her name makes me think, okay, Spectre? Poltergeist? But no, we had Portergeist. And she doesn't really do much of moving things around, and because I think poltergeists are supposed to be playful trickster spirits that pull pranks. And like, she's not a banshee, that's Scara. She's not a phantom, that's Operetta. And Johnny's spirit, I'm assuming, is just a spirit, nothing special, other than being really, really old. Like, he was in detention for what, 1,300 years? But he's dressed like a 1950s, 1960s greaser. I don't know. I get he's a bad boy, but... Also, how can he be in detention for 1,300 years when Monster High was built in 1814? That always confused me. But whatever, this is about Spectra. So I showed you her purse and her phone. Now, she has a compact. It's in the shape of a lock, and it has a removable skillet brush. It's like a makeup brush. It has a skillet on one end, brush on the other. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be the key for the locket, but it like sits in here. I think I might close the locket so I don't lose the brush. Brush fell out of place. But yeah, this is like the second or third time the brushes fell out of the compact, and I'm like, where did it go? Okay, the brush does not want to stay in place when I close the compact. And like, I don't want... It fell again. Where did it go now? It's like teeny tiny. And it does not want to stay in place when I close the compact. Come on. Okay. Whatever. It's good enough. I don't want to lose it, but yeah. So if you get this doll, just be very careful about the brush in the compact. It's like loose in there, so they didn't really... I wish it wasn't removable, but I get wanting to pretend to put your doll's makeup on. But yeah. The colors in the compact are blue, red, and purple. Spectra's makeup is pink and purple. So she's really only wearing one color in this compact. But yeah. So Spectra, we have the light purple with the dark purple, chunky low lights, some side swept bangs, makeup again, pink and purple, her lip purple. She's got a white key earring and a silver lock earring. She's got this chain bodice moment. She's got bow bracelets on each wrist, and she's got like these molded on chain accessories. One's a bracelet and one's like a bracelet ring thing, like Raven Queen wears. Her dress, you have a purple slip dress with black polka dots, and then you have this top layer. It's like over the whole dress, but it's purple, a light purple with kind of magenta hemming, and then it's just purple balls with magenta chains. It's like ball and chain moment. But again, that's her polka dots because it's dot dead gorgeous. And then she's got the cuffs on her ankles and then the chain shoes. These are probably the laziest shoes of the line, but again, they're still really cool. I love the shoes in this line. I really do. And of course you have the chipping on the back of her knees. I don't know if this is common for G1 Spectra dolls. I never had one, but this one is chipping on the back of her knees. And then you can kind of see her forearm is a little yellow. Just a little bit. I'm surprised these bracelets have not lost their elasticity, because that's very common for these types of accessories. They'll lose their elasticity and then they just fall right off. But yeah, I need to go change out her rubber bands on her shoes, ankles, hair, and then I'll get her posed and on her stand. Sorry, there's hair coming out of her head, like at her neck. Hair coming out of her head, at her neck. I feel like zero glue in her hair. And her head is really soft. Did they not glue her head? I don't know. I might try to tuck that hair in, maybe. But yeah, I need to change the rubber band in her hair so that she can still have her ponytail. But yeah, I'll change the rubber bands out, get her posed, get her accessories rubber banded on, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, and here is Miss Spectra. Honestly, I really think that there is no glue in her head. Her hair is silky soft, and her head is like squishy. So I don't think they put any glue in this Spectra's head, which I am really happy about. That means that I will not have to do much maintenance on her later down the line. But yeah, so it was a struggle to get her compact in her hand, but I got it. It's closed. She's just kind of holding it. I had to take her hand off to get her purse on her arm, and then I rubber banded her eye coffin to her hand, and she's just kind of posed like she's taking a selfie. And then I love putting my Spectras like higher up on the stands and like bending their legs so that they look like they're floating, because she's Spectra. When has she ever stood on solid ground? But yeah. And then, of course, here is her photo card, Spectra Vondergeist. And then the group picture on the back. I will be unboxing Operetta next. And then will be the 3-pack with Draculaura, Goya, and Abby. Again, I love all of the shoes in this line. This was definitely when Monster High was still at its peak. I mean, 2012, yeah. We're still running strong here. I think it was like late 2014 until like 2015 when it really started going downhill. But this is when Monster High was still very, very strong, both in sales and designs. But yeah, Spectra's shoes are probably the least interesting of the line, but still, all 6 pairs of shoes from this line are very strong. I love all of them. They're not as iconic as the original shoes for every doll, but they're still amazing shoes. I'm usually not a fan of polka dots, but the way they execute it with making them not look as much like polka dots, but still keeping the dot theme throughout each doll, I love it. I really do. But yeah, that's Spectra. Again, I have not taken the boxes out. That is not all from this week, okay? That is like weeks of boxes that I just have not taken out. Okay? And it's not as much as it looks like. I swear, they are just very, very big boxes. But yeah. Spectra! Yay! Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and let me know. If you want to see more content between now and my next video, go check out my Instagram, linked in the description down below. I try my best to stay active over there. Also linked in the description down below is my Momoa, if you want to take a peek at anything in the cabinet or on the shelves. You can go check them out. Spectra Vondergeist herself is posted over there in the Dot Dead Gorgeous collection. Go give her some love. Another thing about Momoa, I mentioned that I'm filming this in June, and you probably won't see this until like August or September. And the same thing goes for everyone over on Instagram. They're not going to see this. They're not going to see photos of her until this video goes up. But Momoa gets to see everyone as I unbox them. So if you want to peek at what I will be unboxing in future videos, go follow me over on Momoa. You know, you'll see them as I unbox them. Instagram and YouTube doesn't see them until the YouTube video goes up, which could be months later, depending on what my posting schedule is like. But yeah, I seriously recommend checking out Momoa. It's a site just for collectors. The community over there is great. You know, If you collect anything, you're welcome over there. It doesn't have to be dolls. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. And remember, don't be afraid to be yourself. Bye!